guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, your girl Babsbduh, and this is Babsbduh TV. And of course, today we are reviewing Loving Hip Hop New York Season 2, Episode 4, Fizzy-chotic. So the episode opens up with Jim Jones. He's in the garage working on this t-shirt line that he's put together. And Chrissy comes in because she wants to talk about the whole dinner with Yandy. And she's just telling him, like, Yandy just don't get it. Like, is she stupid or something? And Jim is just like, yeah, Yandy can, lack a little common sense sometimes or whatever, but she ain't really a bad person. She just, don't always have it all together. And really, Jim is just telling her everything that she wants to hear because Jim was like, in the confessional, like, at the end of the day, Chrissy is very headstrong, and she feel when she writes, she write, and nothing can really change that. So, just let it go. They all met up. That's it. But Jim do tell her that he feel Christy got too much time on her hand, and that's why she keeps getting into it with all these people. So he asks her, would she like to go in with him on designing some outerwear jackets for this line that he has? And she was like, yeah, sure, I would like to do that. That'll give me something to do, because she admits maybe because of the lack of hobbies, I guess, she has nothing to do, and this is what getting her into it with all these people. So she thinks at this point that she's going to be basically having half of the partnership. And Jim's like, no, you're going to get half the funding from the jackets that sell that you design. You're not owning half of my business. He said, that's you and Yandy problem. Y'all keep thinking we're in this together. No, you are an employee. And yes, I think there is a fine line that they don't understand. You are my manager. I hired you. Meaning you do what I say. I hired you to design these jackets. You do what I say. If I say I don't like your design and it ain't working, you're going to go back and do another design, period. But of course, Chrissy feels like she's the woman in the house and I'm the boss of everything, so you are my employee, but whatever for that. Camilla wants to meet up with Emily because Camilla felt like Emily was being rude and disrespectful to come to her party like that and embarrass her in front of all her friends by talking about you're the most qualified to be on Black Men magazine because you had the most black men in you. And Camilla is just like, first of all, you don't know any other men that I have ever been with except for your man and Jewel's. And that's true. We don't know nothing else about her. So it just seemed like you gave that assumption because of the fact that Cambella is, I don't know, is she a video girl? Or do she just do like those type of magazine? But it's basically you gave an assumption and gave her the stereotype that, oh, this is what you do. And it really sucks for a lot of those girls because of the fact that after, I don't know if y'all remember Corinne Steffens' Superhead, when she came out with that book, it really did hurt a lot of the video girls because now everybody thinks that video girls was going around sleeping with these guys to get into these videos or to fund the lifestyle that they wanted. And I remember The Game even had a song with Kanye West called Wouldn't Get Far, and he talked about a lot of the girls in the industry, regardless if it was true or not, allegedly for all. But that's exactly what you're doing. Emily just tells her that, you're right. At the end of the day, I shouldn't really be mad at you. You should be mad. She should be mad at Fab. And that is true. You do need to be mad at Fab because she might not have known that y'all was in a relationship, but he knew y'all was in a relationship. And he did not respect your relationship when he went and slept with her and whoever else. And she was like, you're just the first one that I had ever came face to face with. So my anger is very built up. And you kind of just represent every girl that has ever been rumored to be with him. And Cambella takes it, okay, I understand, but you putting all that on me and that has nothing to do with me. And she agrees, and she was like, I can't say I will ever be your friend, but there's no reason for us to really have a problem. And that is true. And I would say that, no, y'all really not going to probably be friends, but y'all should at least be cordial with each other, associates. If I'm family and you family, we shouldn't be having to be stank with each other on edge because we both in a room. We should at least be cordial because at the end of the day, it was 3 years ago. I didn't know about you. Emily, you knew that girl didn't know about you because you know how Fab is. And just let it go. Rich and Olivia's riding around the city. And Rich is starting to get nervous because the hype of December is starting to well off. And he's done talked to a few labels and nobody's really knocking at the door. And he's trying to get Olivia to understand, like, hey, this might be the end of this. Like, we might be looking at having to go punch in on the clock. We might have to go get us a 9 to 5. But Olivia still has faith. Olivia's like, I don't believe we put in all this work. Look how well the song was doing. Because the song was like on the top 40s. It was on the top 40s chart. I don't know where it placed, but it was on there. And she was like, you can't tell me that that's all for nothing. And he was like, no, I'm not saying it. It's just not enough for them to want to sign you. This will be your third time around. And nobody want to take that chance. So Olivia was like, well, since nobody want to take that chance on me, we should just go ahead and go indie, meaning independent. And Rich looking like, bitch, I don't put out as much money as I'm going to put out. I'm the one putting on these bills. When you're an independent artist, the artist pays for their career. I mean, you're going to pay for the studio time. You're paying for the producers. You're paying for the plays on for your tours and going around and this and that. Not me. And I'm the one footing all these bills. When are you going to foot the bill? So at this point, Rich is like, listen, if we don't get no label and you want to go independent, that's fine. But understand my money is not about to be in there. Kim and Samaya is at the gym working now, staying fit and fine. And Kim is just really wanting Samaya to understand where she's coming from. And Samaya is like, I understand. Last season, I was the odd girl out. I was the black sheep. And these girls can be very vicious. And she was like, I don't hold nothing about what you did against you. I'm not going to judge you. It was kind of wrong at the moment. But I understand, that wasn't what your intention was. So Kim wants to throw a party for Emily and the girls to basically make up for her messing up Emily's initial I'm breaking up with Fabulous party. And somebody's like, okay, well, I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna tell the girls to come, and I see they come, but I ain't making no promises. Olivia meets up with a label A&R about her career, and he just goes over the numbers with her, and he's just letting her know, like, okay, you think this is a hit record, but it's not a hit record. Like, it didn't get that many plays on the radio. It don't have that many streams, so this is not a hit. And it really kind of hurt Olivia. Like, she's like, so you trying to tell me all the work that I have put in is for nothing? And he was like, it was nice, but it's not enough for me to go to a label and say, hey, I have Olivia. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. So he was like, he feels the part that she is missing in her music is that she does not put more of herself in it. He said, we know nothing about you. We don't know what you're going through. We don't know how you feel. It's just basically mediocre songs. And she was like, I do have a song where I have some of my feelings in there. And it was called, don't get in line, I don't remember. But she sings the song for him. I think it was like Breaking Bridges, Burning Bridges, or I don't know, whatever. But she sings the song for him. It's, I'm not going to say it was catchy, it was cute, but Olivia can really, really sing. And I think that's really what, brings people in to listen, but it don't make people stay. And the guy was just like, yeah, this is really nice, but it's still kind of flatlining. Like, you need to put a little more into it. Jim goes to sit down with Mama Jones because at this point he is tired of Mama Jones and the antics. He felt that this record was taking things a little too far, and he was like, you and the two women in my life that I love the most is beefing, and it's hurting him. And you could tell that really was hurting Jim Jones' feelings. Like, both of them was crying, expressing how they feel, and Mama Jones was just like, well, I understand that what I did was wrong, and I do need to apologize and make things right. And because I am the older person and the head of the household, I need to make things right with everybody. But she feels like Jim only criticizes her and not Chrissy. And she is getting back into the stick. And I'm looking like, Mama Jones, Jim cannot be your man. Because I don't know what it is about single mothers. But for some reason, y'all hold on to the son. And when the son goes and actually find love and you don't have love, then you just seem to want to hold on to that man and make life for every woman that comes in difficult. for them. So she's just like, you taking this away. And Jim is just trying to let her know, like, hey, I have a girl at home that I love and I want to be with, and I need you to get on the same page. Like, that's the end of it. So I'm going to say I was very happy that Jim did that, because a lot of men don't stick up to their mamas like that, and they need to. So commands to Jim. Tara Marie, Emily, and Samaya had like a little art exhibit thing, and Samaya starts talking to them about the party that Kim wants to throw for Emily. And she's like, Emily, I really want you to come and, give this girl a chance. And Emily was like, I'm gonna go because at the end of the day, I really don't have a reason to have an issue with this girl. It's over and done with, so I'm gonna just go. Nancy and Chrissy sits down so that Mama, yeah, because that's her name. I was called Mama Jones, but her name is Nancy. So they sit down and she's just letting her know, like, hey, Jim did come to me and express everything. And I do need to grow up. I need to stop that. The record wasn't really meant this. It was just me trying to express myself about the situation that was going on. And I'm sorry if it hurt you and this and that. And, at this point, she had made all these t-shirts to off the song. And so she was like, I did this is not to like continue to like put this in your face, but I just saw an opportunity to make money, so I made the shirts. And Chrissy was fine. She was like, okay, I understand. We did have some good times, and I just want to get back to that. So that gets over it. But Chrissy points out the fact that the shirts are spelled wrong. The shirts was supposed to say I'm a psychotic bitch, but it said I'm a physiocotic bitch. And Nancy looking like, oh my God. So at this point, they already done printed out like 10,000 copies of these damn shirts. So she was like, we just gonna have to run with it because we already done did too many. And she was like, I'm gonna just say physiocotic is the first stage before you go full psychotic. And I was like, that's the way to use your noggin and not waste no more money. Yanni meets with Olivia because Olivia wants to talk to her about what happened with her in the A&R and what the Yanni think about her career. And I'm looking like, you went to the right person, because if she can keep Jim Jones' career floating, I'm pretty sure she can figure out what to do with you. So she's just telling her what the A&R guy said. And Yandy was like, yeah, she said, well, did you even take in consideration what he was saying? Were you listening? Were you taking it in? And Olivia was like, yeah, I was, but it's hard to open up in this industry because people pick on you for the littlest thing. So why would I give them more of me to pick on me about? And I was like, yeah, that is true. Like, they got on here every Monday night or Tuesday night with a review to pick on you and everybody else on TV. It happens all day. You get on social media, people pick on you. Is when you're visible to the public, you gotta really have really thick skin. And so Yanni is just like, you just need to make your music more relatable. And Olivia, coming from like the voices of Mary J. Blige and coming from the voices of like, look at Beyonce, like Beyonce's most critically acclaimed album is Lemonade, and that's because that was when we really saw a glimpse into Beyonce's world. And I feel like even some of her songs on Four, we really didn't get a full understanding until she started opening up more to us. Like that song I Miss You, like I like that song, but then to find out that it was about a miscarriage that she had, it really put the song in more perspective and put like more pain in it. And when you really put your feelings into a song, you can tell in that song and in that performance that you're doing it. So Yanni was just like, what's the issue? And Olivia really went in and said how her mom was not really there for her like that. She never spoke to her. She couldn't go to her mom and speak on things. The mom would just write letters to her that she would leave under her door every night and basically tell her how much of a fucked up person she was, and that she basically thought her daughter was a hoe because she was always in the studio. And Yandy was like, you need to use that pain that you have there and that experience that you have there and start writing on it, because it's a bunch of girls out there who have the same issues with their mama and need something that they can relate to. And she is absolutely right. People always talk about daddy issues with young girls, but people never talk about the mommy issues that young girls go through, especially young black girls. Because I tell you one thing, and I mean, speaking from my own experiences, I always felt like my mother always was harder on her three daughters than anybody else. So, yeah, that is an outlet. That is a whole streamline of people that you can reach if you would just take the time out and do that. And really, that scene made me like Olivia a little more because Olivia comes off as this like stuck up bitch. And this really showed a part of her that I was like, okay, well, she's not that bad after all. So Jim puts together this cute little date for Chrissy. It was really nice. It was like on a rooftop. It had the candles lit. It was like a Moroccan style with all the pillows on the ground because you know you go and eat on the floor and all the lights and stuff. And it was really nice. And Chrissy was like, "This was really pretty," but she was really hoping that at the end of this she was going to get a ring. Girl, don't ruin a moment with something you know you're not gonna get. So just go ahead and enjoy this. And she was just saying, you know, I understand that she really wants that ring, but I can really tell that Jim really do love her. I'm not sure why Jim Jones just won't marry Chrissy. I don't know if he have it can't be that he has. Maybe it is for have commitment issues because people always say just because y'all are dating don't mean that you're in a like a relationship. They say unless you're married, you're single. So maybe it is a little bit of a commitment issue for him, but you can tell that Jim really loves that woman. So Kim's setting up for her little party because it's almost time for everybody to get in. She got the strippers going. She got the liquor flowing. Got the sex toys. Well, I mean, it looks like a good old time. I mean, I would have enjoyed it. You know, except for like the stripper part because I'm not really into strippers. But everything else I would have enjoyed. So all the girls are coming in. Emily, you can tell she's not into it. She's like looking at the sex toys. She's not into that. I'm looking like Emily. You better go take a little gift back home, baby, because you know you said you and Fabulous ain't together no more. You gonna get lonely and horny, and you gonna need some zip zip zip. Get your ass right one night, girl. So you better go take that shit home. So they all partying, the strippers giving out the lap dances, everything, and everybody having a good time. And then they said, we know something burning. They look, Kimbella done got her hair set on fire by one of the damn candles. So the stripper had to get the get the hair from being on fire. So her hair done, some of her hair done came out, but luckily like she had like kind of like that big fluffy curly hair. So if you did get a little bald spot, can't nobody see. So now the male strippers is coming out, you know, Emily freaking out. I don't blame her. I could probably have dealt with the women strippers to a point, but it's something about male strippers I just don't like. I don't like that. Like I don't want nobody slinging them little thingy all in my face like don't be grinding up all on me. Don't be touching all on me. Like, the women, they go over there, make that ass clap over there. That's fine. But me, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't. But at this time, Chrissy is coming in. And here she go with her judgmental ass. Everybody in here having a good fucking time, Chrissy. Get your bag, get your drink, and sit your ass down. She talking about some Cambella want us to see that she's this good girl, but every time we turn around with her, it's always something about sex, 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 sex. Because that girl want to have a good time and is a little freaky, she got to be a bad person. Nobody's a prune. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that you want to be covered from head to toe, but she don't. I understand that you got your man at home, well, she do too, but you know, we ain't doing nothing in here. We all having a good time. Like, Chrissy, sit your ass down and just enjoy the party. So when Kim seen that Chrissy came in, Kim pulls Chrissy to the side because she said at the end of the day, you owe me an apology, and I want my apologies because you should never put your hands on me. So why they said, damn, Kim is like, I still don't understand why you felt the need to put your hands on me. And Chrissy's like, well, if she don't understand by now, she ain't never gonna get it. I don't understand what part she don't get. And that's the problem right there. She don't understand. So it's my fault that you went off and hauled off on me. And I don't understand what made you get your ass up out your seat to hit me. It ain't even your man I slept with. I understand you're your friend. And you can say, that was my friend, and I was defending my friend because I felt like my friend was not defending herself. But you right, I shouldn't have put my hands on you because at the end of the day, I am a grown ass woman. You old as fuck. Like, what are you doing? Fighting. Anyway, like you too old to be fighting. Off that simple fact, just say, yeah, you know what, that was wrong. Like, I shouldn't put my hands on you. And that's it. So Kim sees that this not going nowhere, so she said she don't want to ruin the party for Emily, so she's just gonna let the stuff go because she know if she says something, Chrissy gonna say something, then she gonna say something, and they gonna get just keep going. They gonna get louder and louder, and to the point that they basically gonna be fighting in there. So she lets the shit go. So Chrissy makes her way back over to the other girls, and she starts talking about some. Well, what are we doing here? Basically, making them feel bad for being there because she's like, why are we being cool with her? Like, I fought her. She slept with your man. Are you okay with that? You're fine with that? And Emily's like, no, I'm not okay with it. Like, it's not good, but I'm just like, why, it's nothing to keep holding on to. And Chrissy's just like, I just don't understand because I mean, I can't be friends with somebody I put my hands on. I just can't do it. And Chrissy, I don't blame you on that part now because if you would have put your hands on me, I couldn't be your friend. You could came to me, apologize, no, or whatever, and we could have squashed it, but we never gonna be cool. And I really don't want to see you because in the end of the day, you felt like you had the right to put your hands on me, and I don't like that shit. So Kim's here's what's going on. And Kim's like, okay, what did you come to my party for? If you was gonna be in here disrespecting me again. So she walks over and was like, yo, what's the problem? I thought we just, stopped this conversation back there. Why is it coming up here? And she was like, I'm just letting them know that I can never be your friend because I put my hands on you, and I know if you put your hands on me, it will be a problem every time I see you. So Kim is just like how I feel like everybody else felt. Chrissy, you knew who party this was. We told you who party this was. Why did you fucking show up? Why? But that was lovely hip hop. If you're liking the content, go ahead and like the video. Comment down below. Subscribe if you're feeling me, and if you're liking the video and you want your homegirls to be aware of it too, or homeboys, go ahead and share it to them. Share it on your social media platforms. And until next time, bye.